anything. No one's better than me. No man, no woman, black or white. I decide.
But white folks
Not anybody. A person may take your life, but they can't take your dignity. Can't nobody take that from you but you. That's what my grandpappy told me, and I believe it.
This now is Act 1 of Rosa Parks. The Girl in the Purple Sweater. 1931, a young man who was a barber saw Rosa as a young woman out with her friends. He persuaded her for a long time time and finally convinced her to marry him. Raymond Parks was a member of an underground group of men who were trying to raise a legal defense fund for the Scottsboro boys who were arrested for raping a white girl. 1942, first confrontation. Rosa was employed as a seamstress in a department store called Montgomery Fair, owned by white people. One night, while working late, she took a break to read the newspaper. The headlines read, "Two Negro men found dead." She immediately picked up the phone to try to find out if one of the men was her husband, because he was a member of the Legal Defense Fund group for the Scottsboro boys. Leaving work that night, she was worried about Raymond, and it was raining outside. She boarded the bus where she encountered her first confrontation.
What are you doing?
I'm going to Cleveland Avenue.
I said, what are you doing?
I'm going to Cleveland Avenue.
Well, if you're going to Cleveland Avenue, you're going to get out this bus and come back on around back.
What for? I'm already on, and besides, it's raining.
If you know it's good for you, just do what I say.
Don't put your hands on me.
All right. Come on then.
Rosa walked home 5 miles in the rain to tell her family that she was put off the bus because she refused to get on the bus, pay, get off the bus again, to re-enter the bus in the rain at the back at the color entrance. This was her first encounter with injustice. 1952, Rosa found out that one of her childhood friends was working with a group called the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. They were trying to organize a voters registration drive to encourage colored people to exercise their right to vote as a people according to the Constitution of the United States. There, she met Edie Nixon, president of the local chapter. She became an instant member. She was selected as secretary and to serve as an adult advisor to colored youth. She was to teach them self-esteem and encourage them to fight against injustice towards colored people. This was something that they were not being taught at home. Each time a colored was killed without reason, the NAACP would hang a sign outside their office door that read, "A man was lynched today."
Bring the sign.
Voters Registration Office, Room 107. As a member of the NAACP, Rosa decided to go down to register to vote. Once she completed the application, she was denied and was told that all of her answers were incorrect. The counter was closed to her and the clerk turned. They walked away. Rosa left the office disappointed and then approached the bus for transportation. When she saw that the driver was the same one who put her off the bus 10 years ago, she decided not to take the bus. Also, she saw this time he was carrying a gun, so she turned and walked away. Each time Rosa tried to register to vote, she was told that she felt until the day she decided that enough was enough. Now let's listen to their conversation.
This is the copy of my exam and the answers to all the questions. This is the copy to the exam and the answer to all the questions. If there is still a problem with my answers, next time I will just bring my lawyer. You passed. That would be $12.50. May I have my card? You'll get your card in the mail.
This now ends Act 2 of the Rosa Parks story.
Now we have a poem, Lord, Why Did You Make Me Black? By Sierra Harrison and Rachel Alexander, followed by a song by selection.
Lord, why did you make me black? Why did you make the world someone would hold back? Black is the color of dirty hands, of grimy feet. Black is the color of darkness. Black is the beaten streets. Why did you give me thick lips, a broad nose, and kinky hair? Why did you create someone who receives the hated stare? Black is the color of bruised eyes when someone get hurt. Black is the color of darkness. Black is the color of dirt. Why is my bone structure so thick, my hips and cheeks so high? Why are my eyes brown and not the color of the sky? Why do people think I'm useless? Why do I feel so used? Why do people see my skin and think I should be abused? Lord, I just don't understand. What is it about my skin? Why is it some people hate me and not know the person within? Black is what people are labeled when others want to keep them away. Black is the color of shadow cast. Black is the end of the day. Lord, you know my own people mistreat me. And you know this just ain't right. They don't like my hair. They don't like my skin. They say I'm too dark or too light. Lord, don't you think it's time for you to make a change? Why don't you redo creation and make everyone the same?
Why did you make me black? I made you in the color of coal, from which beauty diamonds are formed. I made you in the color of oil, the black gold, which keep people warm. Your color is the same as the rich soil that grows the food you need. Your color is the same as the black stallion and panther. Oh, what majesty creature indeed. All colors of the heavenly rainbow can be found throughout every nation. When all these colors are blended, you will become my greatest creation. Your hair is the texture of lamb wool, such as beautiful creature is he. I'm the shepherd who watch over them. I will always watch over thee. You are the color of the midnight sky. I put glitter stars in your eye. There is beautiful smile hidden behind your pain. That's why your cheeks are so high. You are the color of dark clouds from the hurricane I created in September. I made your lips so full and thick, so when they kiss you, they will remember. The texture is strong, your bone structure thick, to withstand the burns of time. The reflection you see in the mirror, that image that looks black, that is mine. So get off your knees, look in the mirror, and tell me what you see. I didn't make you in the image of darkness, I made you in the image of me.
3. Are you going to move? And Rosa's arrest. 1955, one day while Rosa was working in the NAACP office, she was told that another colored girl named Claudette Calvin was arrested for not giving up her seat on the bus for a white man. She immediately began to study the number of cases of colored women and girls arrested because of injustice in the Montgomery bus system. She also visited a young colored male in jail arrested for the rape of a white girl. He told her that the white officer said to him, "We are not going to lynch you. This time, we are going to electrocute you. Nigger, you are going to fry." At that point, Rosa knew that more work needed to be done to bring an end to the injustice towards colored people in Montgomery, Alabama. One night, when Rosa was leaving work from the department store, she became saddened. She saw the little colored children at the counter turning in the size of their shoes drawn on a piece of paper. Colors were not allowed to touch or try on any clothing items in the white stores. Heartbroken, Rosa left the store to catch the bus home. Rosa boarded the bus, sat in the first seat in the colored section of the bus.
Need those front seats.
Y'all better make a liar of yourselves and let me down in the front seat.
Are you gonna move?
No,
Why?
because I'm not going to move.
If you don't move, I'm gonna have to call the police.
You may just do that.
This is driver James Blake. Calling to back up. That's a color one who won't get off my bus. I needed those seats and she wouldn't give them to me.
Would you like to stand up?
Why do you all push us around?
The law's the law and you're under arrest.
When Ed Nixon, president of the NAACP, found out about Rosa's arrest, he called the police station to inquire about her. The police would not answer him and hang up the telephone. He knew that he needed help and called a white lawyer who was tired of the treatment of the colored people in Montgomery to ask about her and to get her out of jail. His name was attorney Clifford Durr. Rosa was charged with disorderly conduct. This arrest upset the colored people in Montgomery. They decided to call on the NAACP for help to organize a boycott in protest of the bus system in Montgomery on December 5th, the day of Rosa's trial. This is now the end of Act 3 of the Rosa Parks story.
We will now have a presentation open mic by Nakia Parker. Now we have a presentation open mic by Nakia Parker.
afternoon. The title of my speech is The Life of Harriet Tubman. Amanita Harriet Green Tubman is my whole name, but everyone knows me as Harriet Tubman. I devoted my life fighting slavery, helping slaves and ex-slaves. I, an incredibly brave woman, was known as the Moses of my people. I escaped slavery in 1849 and traveled north. I then became a conductor for the Underground Railroad and helped slaves flee to freedom. The Underground Railroad was a system for people of all races who helped slaves escape. I, Harriet Tubman, made 19 dangerous rescue trips over 10 years, rescuing 300 slaves. Among the people I saved were many members of my family. I lived in New York, where I founded the Harriet Tubman Home for Asian Negroes and worked for the voting rights of blacks. I, Harriet Tubman, then died on March 10, 1913.
We will now have an open mic presentation by Richard Cheever.
Hello, today I'm doing a poem called Pledge as a Black Man, written by Brother Ishmael King. For y'all to know what I am, let me tell you what I'm not. I'm not a boy going around doing things to get shot. I'm not a boy who sleeps with every girl he sees, but I'm a boy finding new ways to succeed. I don't subject myself to pity or greed, but in my heart, I know I'm a black king. I pledge allegiance to myself to live a life of fame and wealth. If I stay in school, I know I'll succeed. And God I trust, He's the only one I need.
We will have an open mic by Tyree Griffin.
How y'all doing? I wrote a poem on Martin Luther King. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a man of his word. He stood up for his people and spoke his mind. Although he was a short man, he had big beliefs. He was a great father, a fine minister, born in Atlanta, Georgia. From all of this, I learned that people should not be judged by the color of their skin or the way they look. So what wrong are you trying to right? What mistake are you trying to fix? Think.
Now we have an open mic presentation by Candace Payton. One Day by Candace Payton. You may try to hurt me and say I'm not equal. You may abuse and hurt me and my people. God says you have to love, so I guess I have to love the one who pushes me around, the one who sweeps me off my feet and put my face in dirty ground. One day we will be equal. Me and your people will be a sequel, living together, breathing the same air, instead of me cleaning your old rusty rocking chair. I will be your boss one day, telling you to do anything I want in my way. One day we will be equal, my kind and your kind. Finally, freedom is mine. Now we have a presentation open mic by Jordan Shepard. An African-American war hero, Mr. Harry L. Brown, a World War II veteran. 85 years ago, a man by the name of Harry Lee Brown was born. Little did he know that one day he would be a part of a revolution that would one day change the world. During the 1900s, it was a requirement that 18-year-olds had to register with their local board for the military draft. When Harry Brown was 18 years old, he signed up with the local board in Richmond Hill, Georgia. A few years later, he moved to Savannah, Georgia, and had to report his change of address to the local board. 2 weeks later, he received a letter from the United States government thanking him for reporting his change of address, as well as telling him that he was now in the Army. He was drafted. The Army prepared Mr. Brown for the war by giving him 13 weeks of basic training and 6 weeks of technical training. They were held in 1943. He entered the war at the age of 22. His brother was in the war but not in the same unit with him. Mr. Brown was a part of the aircraft unit where his job was to shoot down enemy planes. He doesn't remember shooting a plane but remembers shooting at them. He felt the war was necessary because the country was in danger and that if they did not defend our country, the Germans would have taken control of the United States. One of his most frightening moments was when there was an air raid. The alarm sounded and he ran and jumped in a foxhole. Someone fell in on top of him. He jumped out the foxhole and started running again because he thought it was a bomb that had fallen on top of him. He later found out it was just a drill. He still had a scar on his right arm from the drill. Mr. Bryan was a part of the African campaign where the Americans set up their fort. He was also in the Italy and France campaign where they drove back troops across the English Channel. Then on June 6, 1944, which is known as D-Day, they invaded Germany. There were 300 men in his unit. It wasn't a constant fight. If the enemy planes flew over, that's when they shot the plane. His most memorable moment was when they thought they were going to Europe for more fighting, but that's when they were told they could go home because the war was over, and that was around August 12, 1945.
Now we'll have my presentation by Shadi.
I am reading a poem called Black Child. I'm a black child, proud and happy. My skin is the color of a cherry oak bed. My hair is black like a gorilla coat. My eyes are brown like the bark on the tree. My lips is pink red like a red rose. My clothes I wear excite some people. The shoes I wear shine like the sun in the morning. My hair permed with curls and cornrows. My parents taught me how to respect myself. The anger I get when I talk about white folks. My eyes turn like a red, dry out rose. My mouth turns down like a U-turn. I'm a black child. Black is beautiful.